everyone, it's a beautiful Saturday morning here in Anchorage, Alaska, getting ready. We're actually on the road already, but it's time for another Toyota Adventures. We got the Chevy 16-foot car hauler hooked up, and we are headed back to the Kenai Peninsula to go find another Toyota. Hopefully it's not a rusty one. It's definitely not drivable from what we know, so we'll see what happens. Quick update, guys. You guys gonna be mad at me about it, but the rusty blue truck, got rid of that already, sold it. Went to a good family. Went to a teenager that's buying his first truck, so he's gonna learn some real stuff, learn how to drive. He already knows how to drive 5-speed, but it's gonna go to a good person. So yeah, got rid of the blue Yoda the other day, and now we're gonna go pick up this other truck, and then next week we're gonna pick up another truck as well. So we'll see what happens. This truck that we're picking up, it might be worthy to keep, or if it's not worthy, then it's a good parts rig. So we'll see what happens. Let's go. On the Sewer Highway, heading southbound of Anchorage. Nice spring day. Very, very overcast and cloudy today, but as long as we don't have any rain or snow, we are solid. Beautiful, overcast. Sun's coming out a little bit, making me super drowsy. We're probably about maybe 10-15 minutes before we get to the small town of Girdwood. Might have to pull over and get some coffee. Plenty of gas. Plenty of gas. We won't have the gas till we make our way back from Kenai. The Kenai Peninsula. So we're just gonna keep on rolling. But so far so good. Traffic's pretty light. It is a Saturday morning. Easter's tomorrow. Overall, very good. Fishing and camping season hasn't really started yet, so thankfully it didn't. If it was fishing and camping season, this highway would be a little bit more busy, especially on the weekends. Alright, we're at the hub of Anchorage. Use the restroom, grab me a little coffee, and we'll get out of here. 11:06 a.m. I got my coffee here. We just left the Girdwood gas station. So I rebuilt my wheel bearings on the trailer a couple weeks ago. Everything's all fresh. When I took it for a test drove with my black Yoda, loaded with my black Yoda, when I got home, the front passenger wheel bearing cap fell off. I put a new one on, and I just checked it. It fell off again. Thankfully, I have one new extra spare that I just put on right now, and hopefully it doesn't come off again. If it's coming off again, then something's going on there, because the one that fell off was brand new, and the one that I have in there now is brand new as well. So if it does fall off, once we get to the town of Sedona, AutoZone, most parts store, they sell just the hubcap cover. I'll probably grab one, and I'll probably grab some duct tape and just make sure it's fully secure. But for the most part, no big deal. It's just the cover for the hub bearing. If it was raining and snowing, then I definitely don't want, stuff to get inside. But it's nice and dry out here right now, so it's not like it's gonna get fully contaminated. But eventually you do want it covered, because you don't want that bearing and all that grease to be contaminated with water, grease, dirt, and all this stuff here. So far everything's good. Like I said, that's the only thing that was concerning. And like I say, it's always good to check your trailer whenever you're doing these road trips. Always take a quick walk around, make sure everything's still good, nothing loose, nothing fell off. So we're good to go. Let's make our way down to Sedona, Kenai area. All right, we're just like 10 minutes away from 10 minutes from Girdwood. Do a quick check again. And you can see here, these are the hubcaps that I'm talking about. These are still holding on. They were the original one. They're all clean upgraded. Like I said, repacked it a couple weeks ago, and it's still there. All right, so you can see here. So this is the one that fell off, or not this one, but this wheel here. It fell off, and this is the one I just put on. The one I put on is the same style like this. It has a rubber that you can remove it, and then you can re-grease the nipple because there's a nipple in there. I'm using a grease gun, and I actually prefer these kind because these you fully seal it, and there's no way of water and dirt getting through the rubber seals. But I'm gonna have to buy some of these as backup. I have a full bearing kit just in case. You know, I think everybody that carries a trailer should have a bearing kit with them. So I have a bearing kit, and I have a jug of wheel bearing grease, you know, that I carry with me all the time. Because when it comes to a trailer, your bearings and your tires are the one to fail. People always get flat tires, or they always get the bearings that go out, and they'll be stuck on the side of the road until they get into town to get new parts. For me, I know my bearings are good because I just repacked them. So everything's solid. We're good to go. It's really nice and sunny. We're gonna start getting as soon as we get up here, it's all gonna be incline. It's all gonna be uphill, and then we'll go through Turnagain Pass, and then like I said, another 2 hours or so. Scan gauge is reading pretty good. We're at 200 for water temp and 140 for the transmission temp. And like I said, I went ahead and installed a new transmission cooler, which is supposed to be bigger. So I'm hoping that we stay under 150 with no load. And when we come back, hopefully we stay under, like, you know, 175. That's the big old tranny cooler. Made sure it wasn't leaking yet. So last month when we went to Moose Path to pick up that super rusty truck, I didn't have I was running the stock oil cooler, and it did okay. But Moose Pass going back to Anchorage is all downhill and flat land. So this time it's gonna be a real test to see how good this truck can tow with the new oil cooler, because from Sodana it's much more longer and we have more uphills to come back. So I got good faith that we'll do good. I also got my 10K winch right here. So we got the 10K winch and the battery, and we might be able to test that out to pull the truck that we're getting. Passing through the Turnagain Pass area. This is the place where people go do recreational snow activity, skiing, snow machine, all that fun stuff. So plenty of snow still, guys. Middle of April here, lots of snow. You can see the trails right there. I see trail and people down there walking to the woods. So lots of trails and lots of snow still. When we were at the Gerwood gas station, there was a lot of people towing their snow machine. So I assume they're all going out to play still. So Turnagain Pass, lots of snow, guys. Super bright out here too. Looks like an amazing day to be on the mountain. Probably want to be on that mountain. It's much more sunnier over there. This is the main parking lot for all the snow machine people. It's a big parking lot with restrooms and such. We're driving under a raining cloud right now. It's so crazy. It's all sunny on one area and then just rain right here. So we're probably under this rain cloud. Other than that, it's just this section right here. Look at that. It stopped already. That's the Alaska's weather. Bipolar, Mother Nature. Current time is 12:45, almost 1 p.m. right now. We just made it to the small town Sterling. It's a little small town Sterling, and then you get into Sodana, the bigger city. I think we're probably maybe a good 30-40 minutes away from our final destination. Nice and beautiful out here. Nice and sunny. A little bit cloudy, overcast, but nothing too crazy. So far, it's been a beautiful drive. No complaints here. There's the Sterling sign. Sterling, right there. Mile 80 on the Sterling Highway. Still got plenty of gas, but we'll go ahead and top off the gas tank before we head back out. Chevy's doing good. Temperature is good on the water, and transmission is pretty good. We've been staying under 150, 140. There's once where it jumped back to like 129. So temperature is good on a unloaded trailer. We did pretty good on time. 1 p.m. got into the town of Sedona. So where we're headed to is we're headed to this one particular junkyard. Apparently they're going to be closing down, you know, retiring, and they're just getting rid of a lot of their vehicles. And somehow they have a bunch of Toyotas that I never knew about, and I kind of got dibs on it. So we'll go check it out and maybe get you guys some footage on some other stuff. There's like over 10 Toyotas in his yard, and out of all those I found one that's decent, so that's the one we're gonna get. But then we'll check out for any other good parts that we can see. We're about 6 minutes out, so let's get right to it. Okay, here we are, the junkyard right off the Sterling Highway. I just checked the bearing, the hubcap here, and it's starting to come out, guys. You guys see that little gap right there? So something's going on with this hub here. Either there's too much grease or something's pushing it out. But when I was on the road, I placed an order already on Amazon to get some. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and stop at the parts stores when we head out and grab some just in case. And then if we make it home, I can just refund them, because I know AutoZone and Napa, they have extra hub covers. But I'm still waiting for the gentleman here, and then we'll go cruise the junkyard here and see what they got. They got a little bit of everything here. Well, we're 30 feet away from the Toyota, but I want to wait for the owner to arrive here first before I go and start snooping around. But there it is right there, white Yoda. So this vehicle, apparently, this was removed from the owners because the engine died or something. You know, junk removal. This place here, you know, they remove junk cars. So this was removed from the owner because the engine died or something. And then apparently, you know, it still have all its goody parts. Has a couple dents here and there as far as what I've seen on the photos. So hopefully this is a solid rig to put back on the road. So we'll see what happens. Okay guys, we're gonna load up this truck using the winch. 10K winch.
I guess that's fine for towing.
Alright guys, here we go. First time we use the winch. That flexing over there, how does that look?
Just moving around in the receiver, that's all.
That's good.
And your ramps are doing good too.
Ramps are good.
See what it looks like on a pole here.
Sweet.
That didn't flex at all, really. Maybe just the slightest
Maybe
little
a
bit.
few. Alright, there we are. Don, want to say something? We're at
Last auto wrecking.
Alaska Auto Wrecking right here on Sterling Highway. They're getting ready to, you can talk about it. What are you guys doing?
Setting selling out.
Selling
There
out.
it goes.
Closing business, so they got lots of stuff. Didn't show you guys the Toyota because I want to keep it secret for myself. But they'll start advertising soon. You guys can check out. They got a lot of stuff out here, not just Toyota, but you know, American trucks and cars as well. So you guys can see that. So this is it right here. This is a white Toyota. We're gonna try to keep her alive. 10K winch tested out pretty good. So we'll go ahead and strap it down. Might even have to hit the car wash before I go home, but other than that, there she is. Worked out good.
I love the rear dips on these things. They're like the Ford 9-inch.
Okay guys, we're leaving Sedona. I just pulled over to the AutoZone, picked up some dust cap just in case the one we got now starts to fall. No big deal. But a beautiful day here. We'll stop by one of the last gas station out of here and gas up real quick, and then we'll hit the road. Quick gas stop. This is the Three Bears right here before you leave Sterling or Sedona. Gassing up on the Chevy. We're like quarter tank before E. So you guys know my Chevy, I can't let it gas by itself or it'll start spewing. But I found a trick that if I leave just the tip at the edge, I can hold on to it and it'll go in pretty smooth. But I haven't fixed the whole breather line issue yet. All the straps are still nice and tight. I'll give you guys a walk around here shortly on White Yoda. I've been driving for about the last 15 miles now since we left that gas station we're hauling right now. And it's crazy how the temperature has actually went down. So temperature for the coolant is about 186. Usually it's around 190 to 200. And then transmission went down to 118. We took about like a 45-minute break when we were at the junkyard, so maybe it cooled down, but temperature is cooling down now. We'll wait till we do some hill climb and we'll see what happens. But my theory is, or at least what I want is, I want this truck to stay under 130, 140 as far as transmission temp. But if we can keep it under 150, I think that's considerably good with the big oil cooler here. So we're doing good. I put about 15 gallons of gas. I didn't want to top it fully, just enough gas to get me home and then go from there. But yeah, she's doing good. Traffic's pretty quiet right now. Nobody's going really back to Anchorage, or at least going north. I got one vehicle behind me. This is a passing lane, so if they want to pass, they can go ahead. We're doing about 60 miles an hour. Keeping it nice and slow now. Nothing over 65. Hey, we've been towing for about an hour already. Haven't pulled over yet or anything like that since we left the gas station. Transmission is still at 118 degrees, which is pretty amazing. And then coolant went back to around 193, which is normal, as long as it stays under 200. So pretty impressive. Let me know if you guys do this, if you guys have this kind of truck. So when I'm towing with my trailer unloaded, I don't press the tow haul button. But when I do have it loaded, like right now, I do have it on the tow haul option where the lights comes on. And basically what that does is, I think that keeps you in third gear or fourth gear, one of those, depending on what transmission you have. So let me know if you guys do that. Do you guys keep when you're towing just a empty trailer, do you turn on your tow haul or do you not turn it on? So me, I don't turn it on. So I wonder if that was affecting the temperature, because like I say, we got up to about almost 150 towing nothing. But again, we were doing a lot of uphills going southbound. So everything is looking good, guys. I'm gonna find a good spot to pull over soon. We just went through Cooper Landing. So Cooper Landing, with the road was super narrow and a lot of twisties, and I didn't want to pull over or do anything like that. It's always scary because you always want to check your side mirror, make sure you don't hit the guardrail, and when somebody's passing you, you don't want to make sure you hit them, just because the roads are super narrow. But we're gonna get out of Cooper Landing here soon and get back on the sewer highway, which will be widened, much more widened and much more safer. I don't feel so claustrophobia. Welcome to Alaska. If you guys haven't noticed, this is where we are at. We're at this beautiful pullout. Let's do a quick inspection Hopefully this is a good angle, and hopefully you guys can hear me. Not too much traffic. Make sure the hub's not hot or anything. So here is the truck, guys. It's a little bit surface rust, but nothing too crazy. You guys can see right there. All surface rust, no crazy cancer yet. So I think it's worth saving, guys. It's worth saving. Put a 3.0 or 3.4 in there and just keep it as a rusty beater. The bed is all kind of rusty on the top, but we got a bed liner. Slap on a bed liner and call it a good day. Okay, let me check. All right, so my hubcap is still on, so that's good. It doesn't look like it's coming loose anymore. My hubcap cover. So these things have some 235/16. These tires are actually still in really good shape. It's just super muddy because their yard there was muddy. But everything is still solid, guys. Has the cat converter still, tank. I'm a little bit worried about the fuel here. I'm scared that water may have got inside of here, so we might have to drain that. These are the 16-inch Steelies. I'm actually a fan of these. I love these Steelies. Give it that nice factory Toyota look. These are originally for Tundras, first-gen Tundras. So you guys can see here, has a little ding here and there on the fenders. Nothing crazy though, you know. Everything here is fixable. And I'm looking at the CV boots here, and these CV boots looks like they're actually really nice still. Oh, this one's already ripped, so that one's ripped already. Missing a lug nut, nothing crazy. So other than that, man, she's pretty good. She just needs a little TLC here, guys. So you know, the door's missing, the turn here is missing. But I have extras. The biggest thing is, this is a 93 G254, so this has 456, 60/40 seats. The biggest thing that I was worried, or I guess I shouldn't be worried, but the ignition has been drilled out, so we have to get a whole new ignition, and hopefully the wires down here haven't been tampered with. 191,135 miles, 5-speed. These are all fixable. That's all fixable. I have backups and such. Yeah, so this vehicle don't have a key, but it does have a title, so that's good. It has a title. It even comes with the freaking crossbow. Holy smoke! Let me disengage this. Oh, that was dangerous. Don't want to mess with that. Oh, it still has the. This is actually really needed. You don't want to break these right here. So this one is already broken, but I have an extra part at home. And there's the title right there. Title for it. We need a title. That's important enough for us. So we have a clean title. This side over here still opens. That's good. Let me see the windows. Windows still roll down. Has the wing windows. Has a nice headliner except for that. But other than that, man, this thing is pretty solid. This is what we call a rusty beater truck. Seats are nice. Definitely needs a big vacuum. Yeah, I'm not worried about the carpet or anything. Yeah, the back here is still decent, so I'm not worried about it. Yeah, not worried about that at all. It has a brand new. This is a tailgate lever. Tailgate lever, so those are always nice to have. But for the most part, she's solid, guys. This is what Alaska gets you, man. A little nice sub in here. We'll delete all that. Has a back sliding window. That's good. So all that is still good, guys. This truck does not deserve to die yet. You know, the door is kind of dinged up right here, but it closes. Closes much better than that 22RE one we have. Yeah, so this truck does not fall in the category of where it has to die. It still deserves a second chance. And is this a cat converter? Oh, it's an empty cat converter. Yeah, it deserves a second chance at life. And I think it's worth a 3/4 swap, a cheap 3/4 swap in this case. The bed is not too bad, you know. Worst case, if I wanted to, I can do a flat bed. But you know, it's still really nice. The tail limbs are still in good shape. really good shape. You know, a couple of dents here, but man, this is good. I actually have a white, I have a fuel lid that's white, so that will bolt right onto here. Not worried about that. So nothing too crazy, guys. I'm really happy with this purchase. The thing I haven't told you guys, but I bought this truck as a package, so I need to go back to the junkyard and pick up another truck that's with this package, and I'll probably do that in the next 2 weeks, and I'll talk more about that. The history was that it belonged to a lady. And one day it died, and she pretty much just called the junkyard to come take it away. So that's the story behind it. So we don't even know if it starts. I haven't checked to see if the engine turns over, but we can do that later. So we can check the I didn't even check the oil. Yeah, we can turn the engine later and see if it turns, see if it's seized up or not. But that's the story. So, you know, what if this thing still runs, but let's say it just needs, like, you know, something else that's simple. Or, you know, maybe the engine is really bad, but we don't know if the engine is bad yet. All we know is that it doesn't run. Why does this thing don't want to go in? Yeah, we just know that it doesn't run. So it could be something really simple. Maybe a fuse went out or something like that, you know. 80 amp fuse, maybe an EFI fuse went out or something like that, who knows. But for the most part, maybe it's something simple. So, you know, we'll try to spend a little bit of time here and try to get it going. And if it doesn't run, then guess what? This thing can just come out and 3/4 swap. I always remove these right here because they get so yucky like that. So that's the story behind this. Original radiator too, copper radiator. You have to really slam on this door, this hood here, like that. So that's our truck, guys. I love it. I always want a white pickup. Now, I told you guys this came as a package, so that means in 2 weeks I have to go back and pick up something. But next week I'm also picking up something again, but I'm not gonna tell you guys yet, but you guys are gonna be shocked. Yeah, so I'll tell you guys, they cut the sway bar. That's good. Chop that sway bar off, delete that crap. Don't need any of that. The cab is good. You always want to check under the cab here, make sure it's not rusted out, the floorboard. And other than that, it's good, guys. I'm happy with this purchase. I think we got a good deal, and this is gonna be a fun rusty beater truck. This is a perfect replacement for our single cab Blue Yoda. Blue Yoda single cab was nice, but you know, it's a slow 22 RE. I'm gonna build this as a 3.4 X cab, cheap budget, and I think it's gonna be a fun job. These straps are working good. You can see I'm using the Rhino strap, but I have to loop it at least twice because they're too long, and you see we're almost running out right here. But these straps are working good. They're still really nice and tight. I haven't had to tighten them down ever since we left. So super solid, and up here as well. And then my winch did amazing. The winch did amazing. When I was winching up John, the guy at the junkyard, I told him to look at this, and he said it wasn't in flexing. So my little support here is good enough. So that's good. That's good to know. The Chevy's doing good. Temperature's fine. This Chevy definitely flexed too much, guys. The leaf springs are supposed to be like that, and right now it's already like that. So this truck definitely needs a rear leaf spring upgrade. It definitely needs to add a leaf or something, but it's definitely flat right now. It's almost on its bump stop. But so far she's running nice and good, nice and cool. So that's the truck here. The parts truck that we have to go back and get, it has amazing fenders, it has a nice hood, it has a nice door on the passenger side, it has a nice grill, and nice corner lights. It has the ignition switch, but it doesn't have a key. We can figure that out later. So that's what I'm pulling off that truck. But that truck is blue, but we're probably not gonna put those parts onto this. We're probably just gonna keep those for backup. So that's a quick walk around on this white Toyota. Let's go ahead and get out of here and hit the road, guys. We still got a long ways to go, about maybe another 2 hours to get home. Check out what I found in the glove box. This is the receipt for the tires. And look at this is the receipt, guys. These are brand new 235 7516 Dyna Pro, back from 9 September 2022. So they're only about 2 years old. But look at the mileage. It was installed at 191,211. And look at where we're at right now, guys. 191,535. These tires have less than 300, a little bit under 300 miles. So we pretty much got brand new tires. And they paid $1,000 for that. Wow, we got a smoking deal, guys. I'm definitely keeping these tires and these wheels. Look at that. They are brand new. Less than 300 miles. 235 7516. I love it. Smoking deal, guys. Currently about 10 miles till we get back to the town of Gerwood. I'm really impressed with this new oil cooler. During this whole trip coming back with the car, we've been under 125, and right now it's hanging out at 113 degrees Fahrenheit. So that's super amazing. I think that's because of we're in overdrive, that tow haul mode. But so far it's working good. It's all flat lands from here on, so no more hills to climb up, etc, etc. It's all gonna be easy from here on, but definitely worth getting that oil cooler, because last time, like I said, my truck got up to like 175, hauling that rusty red truck, or hauling that rusty truck back last trip. So really good. Like I said, transmission temperature, as long as you're under 200 to 220, once you get up to 210, 220, that's when you want to pull over and probably take a break. But 113, totally happy with it. Still a gorgeous day on the sewer highway. Not much traffic at all. I think there's a Toyota right behind me. Hey, pull over or pass me. Pass me. I guess there's incoming traffic, but yeah, there's a Toyota behind us, I think. Looks like an old school Yoda. Well, 5:46 p.m. We just made it back to Anchorage. Welcome to Anchorage sign. I'm gonna go and head down to the local car wash and go spray down this Toyota real quick. It's just so muddy on the tires, and I don't want to get my driveway all muddy, so I got a bunch of quarters on me right now. Go clean up the Toyota. We'll head on home and unload it, and then just clean it up. I don't want to do nothing to it yet. I definitely want to troubleshoot it, because it's just odd for a Toyota to just die. So I don't think the engine blew head gasket. I don't think it had a rod knock or anything like that. I think something else is going on. Maybe electrical issue, spark issue. So clean it up real quick, and then we'll try to troubleshoot it, and hopefully it's a good 3.0. If it's not, then we'll start yanking that motor out. But I got a lot of things going on this week and next week, so this is not going to be my main priority right now. Definitely want to get it cleaned up though. So hope you guys enjoyed this vlog, and I'll see you guys next time on the next adventure. Much love. Before I let you guys go, we got the truck inside the garage, and I just have to find out if this engine is seized up or not. So you need your 19 mil, and we have to get to the crank bolt, and you can probably get to the crank bolt down here. So we need to find out if this thing is seized or not seized. If it's not seized, then we're gonna have to troubleshoot it. Oh, this engine is freaking, it's solid, guys. Got dirt in my eyes. So it's a neutral. Oh yeah, this engine is, I can't even turn it no more, guys. Oh, still goes. I hear something. Oh no, this engine's done, guys. I heard some metal clinking, and I think that's the broken piston and rods. So this 3.0 doesn't need any troubleshooting. It is coming out. Peace out, 3.0.